and he came back 10 minutes after with a big orange box. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world. So I recently traveled to Chicago. I was there for a convention for work, and I decided to stop by an Hermes store when I was walking around downtown Chicago. And something very interesting happened to me, at least during this shopping moment at Hermes. So I wanted to share my experience with you, and hopefully you will enjoy it. If you are new here, by the way, welcome. My name is Nicolas. I'm a 35 years old Frenchie located in California. You have probably recognized a French accent here. I've been 10 years in the US, but I think this accent will never go away. And I created this platform on YouTube to mainly talk about fashion, luxury items or bags. So if this is something you and I have in common, please do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel. That way we can become internet friends. So if I'm doing this video today is really to share my experience on what it is to be and shop in an Hermes store. And it's also to share that and confirm that you do not need an Hermes big purchase history or Hermes purchase history at all actually to be offered a bag, and a very rare bag. Indeed, I do not have any purchase history with Hermes. I bought my last item in January. It was a belt. So I'm not a regular customer of the brand at all. I simply do not have the fund to do that. I'm buying some vintage items here and there because I truly love the brand, but I'm not, doing the Hermes game like some people on YouTube are talking about. Simply because I'm not interested to do so, and also I don't have the fund to do it. So I think my objective behind this video is also to tell you that you don't need to do that in order to get offered a bag to you. So as I was mentioning, I was staying in Chicago, downtown Chicago, and like every city that I visit, I like to pick an hotel downtown to be able to walk around and discover the city a little bit more. By the way, I stayed one night at the Penry, which is a downtown hotel in Chicago. Penry is part of the Montage group, which is an amazing group of hotels. There is one next to where I live in Laguna Beach, and it's fabulous. The Penry in Chicago is as fabulous actually. Their staff is very nice, the amenities are great. I tried the gym, I tried the rooftop. By the way, there is an amazing Japanese restaurant. They do amazing sushi on the rooftop with great cocktails. I highly recommend it. So it's in any case sponsored by the Penry, you will have guessed it, but if any of you are staying in Chicago and want to splurge a little bit, I will highly recommend you to stay at the Penry. Anyway, back to the story about Hermes. So my trade show, my convention started on Sundays, and I arrived in Chicago on Saturday. So I had a little bit of time to walk around and discover the city a little bit more. My idea behind that was to pick some restaurants to bring some of my customers during the week. So I was walking around and I saw the Hermes store. And actually it was not there, it was a temporary Hermes store because the main store, which is kind of like big, few meters away, was in renovation. I was like, you should maybe enter in the store and see what they have. It could be interesting, to see their selection there compared to what they have in California and in Europe. And I was welcomed by a very nice gentleman. He shared with me later that he was working with Hermes for about 20 years. So he knew the store in Chicago, he knew the brand, and he had a lot to say about it, a lot of positive said about it. He immediately complimented my outfit, which was very simple, by the way. So I'm gonna put a picture right here. You can see I'm wearing these like very simple cargo pants, with like some suede sandals from Vins and a white t-shirt. And I think the accessory that caught his attention was my Loewe puzzle bag. He proceeded to ask me where I was from, because I probably hear the accent like all of you guys. So I told him France, we're in France, so we had like a chit-chat conversation. The guy was actually from Chicago. And he asked me, what can I do for you today? And I told him exactly what I just told you. I'm in Chicago for a few days, and that will be, you know, when I'm in a new city, I love to discover the Hermes store there and see, you know, what is the selection compared to my closest store in California. And I was like, oh, okay, I see that's you know, that's a very good idea to do that. He was actually thankful that I shared that with him. So he proceed to tell me how the store was organized. So he told me, this is, you know, you have the accessories when you enter here, the men's selection is there, and you have the shoes here, and the women is upstairs. So he's like, you know, take your time, look around, and if you need anything, just let me know. So I look around and I immediately saw those beautiful sandals that I have seen online already. I'm not sure about the name of those. I'm gonna try to put them on the bottom of the screen if I found them, but they were beautiful. So I was like, I think I'm gonna try those. I don't need a new pair of black sandals, but let's try them. And you know, maybe if they do it in another color like brown, I can be tempted to think about it while I will be in Europe again. Keep in mind that I'm going in Europe in a few days, so I'm not gonna buy anything at Hermès in the US. That would be stupid. So I asked him, like, can I get those sandals in my size? He said, yes, sure, I'm gonna check that. And also I noticed a very beautiful purple lavender type of top in wool with short sleeve that I'm also gonna put on the screen. And I also asked him, can I try this as well? It's medium, it should be my size. So he was like, sure, go in the changing room and I'm gonna bring that to you. Which I did, and he brought to me the sandal and the top, which I tried, and the sandals I absolutely love. One thing, and that's maybe an unpopular opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the orange sandal because the only thing I'm seeing with those sandals is this big H, and I don't like, you know, logo on my outfit or accessories. So the orange sandals for me has always been a no. But for some reason with those particular one, I feel like the H is more turned down, and the shape of the sandals is more interesting to me. So I asked him, like, you know, I really love them. Do you by any chance do them in another color? Which he told me, we don't. We only do them in black, at least in the US. And you know, we are almost getting ready to change the spring-summer collection by the fall-winter collection. So I don't think we're gonna receive anything new. So I will not count on those one. Which I was like, okay, perfect, thank you so much for checking. And at least I know I like the black, but you know, I don't need another pair of black sandals. I tried the top. The top was great and very comfy, but I don't think it was the most flattering on me. And for this type of price, I think it was like $1,000 plus. You want something perfect, right? Which I told him, and he was like, oh, okay, you know, it's too bad. So I left the sandals and the top in the dressing room, and I exit, and he was there, the sales associate was there, and I'm not gonna disclose his name, by the way, because I'm not sure if he wants his name to be on the internet, so I think that would be not nice to do that. So he was there, and he asked me, is there anything else I can do for you? And, you know, without thinking too much about it, I asked him, you know, I recently acquired a Barenia belt with palladium hardware, and I think Barenia is one of my favorite leather that Hermes is doing. Do you, by any chance, have any bags or accessories that will match this belt? And I said that because one of an item which is strongly on my wish list is a Kelly or a Birkin in Barenia leather. So it would be a large model, a 35 Kelly or a 40 Birkin, which I know is very hard to get in this type of leather. But I was like, you know, maybe for some reason they have it in stock here, and he's gonna show it to me, so let's see and wait. And he was like, Barenia, immediately cut me. He was like, Barenia, no, you know, it's very rare, it's a beautiful leather, so I'm very glad that you appreciate that as well, but we rarely have anything in Barenia in stock here. So I was like, okay, you know, that's totally understandable. Thank you for checking and for letting me know. And he then asked me again, is there anything else I can do for you? And then I shared with him, you know, I purchased a year ago a Kelly 35 vintage, which I absolutely love. It's a retourné model, it's in chocolate with gold hardware, and one item that I could add in my, you know, bag collection will be a same item but with palladium hardware, to have like kind of, you know, a choice of wearing a gold hardware or palladium hardware. Do you by any chance have a Kelly 35 in retourné with palladium hardware? And he looked at me directly and he said, Kelly 35, you know, we rarely have that. We do not have a lot of Kelly and not a 35. So we will not have that. And I was like, okay, you know, no worries. Thanks again for sharing. And then he cut me again and he said, but we might have something a little bit bigger than that. And I was like, oh, okay. Would that be a Kelly 40 maybe? And he said, no, we don't have a Kelly 40. But I have something else that I could show you if you're interested. And immediately I said, oh, I mean, sure, that would be, you know, everything that you can show me in terms of bag would be interesting to me anyway. So I would be very happy if I have a chance to take a look at what you have. And he basically told me, okay, perfect. You know, we are almost going to close the store. So, you know, there isn't a lot of people here anyway. So wait for me, take another look at what we have, and I'm gonna grab a box and he said, I'm gonna check what I can do for you. I was like, okay, perfect. So I waited maybe 10 minutes and he went upstairs. I think he took an elevator or some stairs, I'm not sure. And he came back 10 minutes after with a big orange box. And then he put the orange box kind of like in the middle of the store, really. There was this kind of like island, you know, where you can put some boxes on top of it. So he did that and he was like, okay, I think I have something that you might like. And I look at it and I was like, oh, really? Okay. So, and he's like, come and see it. So he proceeded to open the box in front of me. That was super interesting. So first of all, the box was already open. So I feel like he has already shown it to some other people, or maybe it's someone that bought it and returned it. I'm not sure, you know, but the box was open. And he was like, okay, this is not a Kelly. This is and then he opened the bag, the dust bag, I mean. And he said, this is a HAC. And then he looked at me and he asked me, how do you say that in French, by the way? And I told him, I think it's pronounced eau à courroie, HAC. And he's like, oh yeah, eau à courroie, with an American accent. He's like, I never know how to pronounce this. So that was kind of like, we laugh about it. That was kind of nice. So, but it showed me this big HAC 40, and he was like, this is what I have on stock for you. I think it will fit you pretty well. So basically this HAC was in size 40, meaning that he was measuring 40 centimeters on the bottom. Black leather, which was ever color if I'm not mistaken, with canvas. So it was not a full leather bag, it was a mixed by material type of bag with leather and canvas, with palladium hardware, as you can see. I was super surprised to see this type of item. I never seen an HAC that with this type of combo, with this spec. And I also never consider an HAC that shape, you know, more like vertical type of bag. So I told him, I was like, wow, I shared that with him. I said, you know, I never really thought about this type of bag because maybe one day I wanted to add a Birkin 40 in my collection, but never thought about a HAC 40. And he was like, you know, again, the store is going to close, take your time. I'm gonna sit right there. He was very casual about it, which was very nice. You know, I had a very good time. Just, you know, try it, open it, walk around with it, and if you like it, this is yours, basically. So I did what he proposed me to do, you know. I opened the bag, wear it against me, you know, look at the hardware, look at the canvas, look at the leather, look at the feet, look at the inside of it, and let me tell you that this is a very beautiful bag for sure. I was telling myself, you know, no, you will never purchase that. You have to stick to what you really like and what you really want, and that those are like very expensive, and this one might probably be very expensive too. It was, so for sure, I mean, I'm 99% I'm not gonna take it. And so I walk around and I was like, wow, that's not what I was expecting. I keep repeating that. And he's like, yeah, you know, but it could be, I think it's fitting very well on you. He was not pushing me, but kind of complimenting me with the bag too, you know, so kind of leading me to the purchase without pushing it at all. I felt very comfortable. So that was for me an excellent customer service, by the way. After like 5 or 10 minutes of trying it, I look at it as a sales associate and I said, I really appreciate you to have shown me this bag, and I really think this is an amazing piece, and I realized that it's pretty rare and I have a good chance here if I want to acquire this piece, but this will have not been my first choice in terms of like my priority of item I would like to purchase from Hermes, and I'm pretty sure this is an expensive one, and for this reason I think I'm gonna turn it down. And he looked at me, he smiled, and he said, no worries, I totally understand. And I asked him, out of curiosity, how much is a bag? And he showed me on his phone, he writes the number and he showed me on his phone, and it was close to 14,000 without taxes. So, I think that's the type of price you are expecting in the US for this type of product. Although he also shared with me that people tend to think that a full leather bag will be more expensive than a B material leather and canvas, because leather will be more expensive than canvas. But it's not really the case with Hermes, because from what I understood, and correct me in the comment section down below if you know, but it's pretty difficult to put together leather and canvas, and even if canvas is costing less than leather, just the way of making the bag will be more fastidious and more expensive at the end. So that's why the price is around the price I just mentioned. And then he said something very, very nice too. He was very that showed me that he was very flexible about it. He said, again, I think the bag is great on you. I totally understand if this is not what you want, and this is an expensive purchase, obviously. Until he asked me then, until when are you in Chicago? We were Saturday, and I told him I'm leaving on Thursday morning, so for a few more days. And he's like, okay, so if you decide that you want it until Thursday, you can come back and pick it up. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, for sure, we don't offer this bag offer, so it will most likely be there, which made me think that if someone else would have taken it, obviously they will have not kept it for me until Thursday, which I totally understand. I will never have asked that. And it's like, yeah, sure, if it's still there, it's for you. Here's my card with my contact information. Text me if you have more questions, if you want to if you change your mind, you can still come back and pick it up. Again, excellent customer service to me. I thanked him once again. I told him I had a very nice experience. I don't think I'm gonna change my mind, because for the reason I just mentioned. But again, this is a very beautiful piece, and I was very appreciative of him taking the time to show it to me. And this is kind of like how it ended, really. I thanked him and some other sales associate, and I left, I knew I was not going to change my mind, although I called my partner on my way back to the hotel to explain to him what happened, and he was like, it seems like you have so many other things that you will like way more than this particular bag, even if it was rare, a good opportunity, and a beautiful piece. It doesn't feel good for you, so trust your instinct and do not purchase it. And it's a very expensive piece. And I was totally agree with him. So, after like a couple of days, I think I texted the sales associate and to let him know, thank you so much for taking the time to show me this beautiful piece. I really appreciate it. And as I mentioned, I'm not gonna come back and purchase it because it doesn't feel like this is the piece I want to add in my collection next. So he basically answered me by saying thank you and wishing me all the best. So, I really wanted to do this video today to share my very positive experience with Hermes, and to, we are hearing a lot of different things about this brand and about the purchase history and the way it needs to be dressed and the game you have to play with sales associate and all of this. So I feel like it's a little bit also refreshing to have a fresh experience in boutique in the US. And I think here to reinforce the fact that you don't need to dress fancy to go to an Hermes store. You just need to tell them that you have done a little bit of research and you are still casual about it, and you still have to mention what you would like, you know. And I feel like if you are matched with the right person that will listen to you and will connect with you, you can definitely get offered a bag without any purchase history, because I definitely have no purchase history whatsoever in the US or even in Europe. So hopefully you have liked to watch this video. If this is the case, please do not hesitate to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me, that will really help me. Let me know if you have ever turned down a bag at Hermes, and which bag was that. I'm kind of curious to know about that. And also let me know if you would have taken the bag that I turned down at the Hermes store in Chicago. And beside that, I hope that all of you are healthy and doing well wherever you are in the world. I hope you are all having a great summer. It's pretty hot in California, and we are about to go to Europe, and the situation is kind of alarming in some countries. But anyway, I hope you are all safe, and I hope you're gonna have a great summer, and that we are going to continue to talk about luxury fashion bags all together in this channel. So again, thank you for watching this video today, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye, guys.